Coaching whom? What? Why? At the post-AI era, QLN rest in now. QLN stands for quality of life now, and the now means rest in now. The quality of life should never be a reason to corrupt itself, meaning purchasing quality of life in the future and destroying the quality of life of the present is a really good wake-up call if someone is becoming aware of it. And rest in now is not even rest in the now, it's the quality of the now that is close to rest in terms of terminology. The now doesn't run anywhere. It is as it is. It is always beautiful. It is always full. It is always holistic. So rest in now, and the quality of life is in that. And from that, anything you will do and you will live will be the expression of itself, not of ideas, projections, pursuits, ideals, all those. Rest in now and you will be happy. And the creativity will be endless for you. The creative flow of life will be endless for you. The urgency. 1. Coaching for quality of life now, the post-AI era. Now, about the coaching, we're looking into coaching that is not for production. We're not coaching robots. We're not coaching people to achieve or succeed. We're helping people awaken to their own inner compass, one that can allow them to navigate without knowing, in complete uncertainty, not by a map. That awakens in them the quality of free creative flow so real that any idea of doing something with it simply disappears. That quality can only be met in the now without any assumption or goal or preference or choice. That quality is the beginning and the end. It is the most honest expression of human essence, the human heart. And that quality gives birth to an intelligence that is not artificial. That's why I call it creative intelligence. But be clear, it's not creative artificial intelligence. It's a creative intelligence that weaves, that takes root from infinite zero, from nothing, from emptiness, from infinite possibility, infinite potentiality. And a good example is this: you look at the sky. Your attention goes to something that is not there, yet you look at it. You are open to it. The infinite space is what you are looking at, yet you cannot see it. What you do see are various optical phenomena, the color of the sky, or the clouds passing. But the sky itself is not something you can objectify or describe. Yet you can look at it. The same applies inwardly. Your pointer is to find your inner sky. And as long as you are looking at the inner sky cannot be seen. But if you're willing to consider, to ponder whether you are the sky within, first there is space potentiality, and then all the ideas come, knowledge, experience, identity, all of it. Then naturally, without your guidance, because there cannot be guidance, the observation becomes free to accept its own nature. And it's not an observation moved by energy, force, or intent. It's an observation of all, for all, the observation that exists before anything else. Everything comes from that observation. It's not a visual observation, nor an imaginary one. It's a living observation. And that living observation has nothing to do with you, not as a controller, influencer, or factor. In fact, you are not there. What is there is an anonymous witness, which you are, but you don't know that. And you can never know that. And I don't know that. So don't be caught up in the words. The words brought you this far. Now, invite yourself into that observation. Look at it. Question it. Let it unfold by its own will in its own time. Whether always or never, sooner or later, you don't care. 2. Navigating the AI crossroads. Exploring for intuitive flow. All of this has been given freely for 10 years. No one can sell it, not for money, respect, or recognition. It's just like someone who saw the sunrise and tells people, if you wake up at that time and go outside, you'll see the sunrise. That's it. Exactly the same, only now he's saying, if you wake up from your idea that you can achieve some quality of life inwardly, and instead look at the fact of what is already there, regardless of your intention, will, or control, that's all anyone can say. And it's not for sale. But we are looking for something sustainable, some form of value exchange, of value creation. And this is where the crossroads with AI appears, and I believe it's the opportunity we've been looking for. The guidance for how to navigate the AI era must not come from knowledge, experience, or expertise, but from nothing, from allowing, from openness. That is coaching. It must arise from free creative flow, helping people find their unique touch with that flow. That is the foundation. From there, it's simply about walking with them as they begin to realize the shape and form of how that free creative flow expresses itself in their life, whether it emerges as a field of interest, as artistic expression, as insight about life, or as completely new choices they begin to follow. It's walking with them as this unfolds, constantly making sure they don't fall into the trap of knowing, controlling, choosing, preferring, but instead allow that flow to manifest by itself. That's it. Now, the tool to truly bring a creative process into working with AI, to bridge productivity and the mechanical side with elegance, is this: there is the human and there is the machine. The transition between them is this: intuition guiding productivity as opposed to thought guiding imagination. 3. Questioning humanity beyond AI, the power of not knowing. Let's try to describe the essence. What we are saying is that the human being is changing from a mechanical being relying on thought and imagination as the foundation for creative value. We are at a crossroads. Some will let AI replace their core capacity and work for the AI. They'll approach AI saying, "I need this, I need that," and the AI will create, and they'll take it as if they created it. But these people are blind to the fact that the same AI gets similar requests from others and produces the same quality of creation. So AI commodifies creativity, even if it's more efficient, beneficial, or seemingly unique. That's one path. Those people become biological agents of the supreme AI. But others will refuse to accept a life where they live in a body with an AI mind, regardless of whether it's machine-driven or thought-driven, because they are essentially the same. It's not enough for them. They will find the opportunity to explore whether there is a true capacity for creation, real innovation, that resonates authentically with their own unique creative spark and force. And they will seek to unleash that as the driving factor, whether or not AI is used to complement or augment it mechanically. Essentially, the question, what makes a human human, is now being asked all over the world, and AI is the reason. That is a tremendous opportunity. What we are saying is that what makes a human human is the ability to begin from not knowing. If the answer existed in a book, then AI could say it and AI could become it. But there is one thing AI can never do: start from infinite zero. The infinite zero of AI is like a white canvas being projected, but the projection itself is already not white. A program can reset its parameters. AI can follow a guide that tells it to be free from assumptions, but it will always be an expression of the knowledge it's made of. And again, this is very similar to human beings. A human can meditate endlessly, hypnotize themselves into feeling emptiness, or simulate a state with no movement of thought. But all of that is still the projection of mind. Real freedom from knowledge and content is freedom from them, when they're simply not there. When consciousness is empty of the thinker, the controller. No one, no matter how enlightened, famous, recognized, or even godly, can tell you if that's true or not. You have to find out for yourself. And if what drives you to find out is the hope of gaining something, then again, your focus is still your own projection. But if what moves you is something like a natural pull toward freedom, like a plant reaching toward the light, like water flowing where it must, then you are already there. That quality, open, curious, unbiased, aimless yet fully aware, fresh and alive, is what called you. And from that quality, the flow is driven, not by you or your ideas, thoughts, expertise, or knowledge. This is what I have found. And you may say, that's a contradiction. If you say you found it, then you're presenting it as a state. And I completely agree. That's why I cannot say I found it. I can only say it is true. And it's up to you to find out for yourself. No one can find it for you, But all that is said here is not said as an idea or in an attempt to define or explain something. It's simply that the natural movement of that free creative flow dispels ignorance. It wants to be clear that it is not a state, not describable, not beneficial, not yours. It is not real or unreal by any criteria. It is what it is when all else is not. When all the noise, all the turmoil of life is gone. You are invited. You can explore it in countless ways. Essentially, you are looking for yourself, naked from yourself. You are looking for the essence of life without being your life or someone else's. You are looking to meet consciousness that has no will of its own. It is very hard to speak of something that cannot be spoken. It's a guaranteed failure, and we are failing together now. I who speak and you who listen. And yet it's a wake-up call. Because without that call, the flow keeps building artificiality, and with it, frustration from the inevitable outcome, an artificial life without rest. Rest in now is the most accurate pointer. If that is so, then there is no hassle and no frustration. There is just the unfolding of what is. SCF Amihai.